maybe this weekend in Brighton for the Rugby World Cup, you saw this bloke walking around with a big-ass shield. That bloke's me. And the shield is the Utrecht Shield. And you might be curious what it is. Well, it's rugby's lineal world title, specifically women's rugby's lineal world title. Look, we've all played winner stays on at some point, right? Like you beat somebody, you take the title off them. That's all this is, but in international rugby. It's not official. World Rugby don't sanction it. But it is very, very real because we can go back in the data. So I'll take you back to 1982 when the first ever Women's Rugby International. It was played in Utrecht and it was played between the Netherlands and France. And France won. And so that day they become your first champions, right? Like they are the title holder. Now, there was actually 6 matches that they played before they were beaten. They were beaten in 1986 by the Netherlands. And the Netherlands took that title off them. And then they lost that title back to France, and it moved on that way over and over again until today. Now, today it's held by England, so the next team to beat England, which feels like it might be a while, will take the lineal world title off them. Now, we're guaranteed to get a uniting of the lineal world title and the Rugby World Cup this tournament, because we've made it to the quarters, and there's no way for it to slip out through the group stages. Technically, that's possible. It has never happened in either the men's or the women's game. There is a men's version of the shield, the Rayburn Shield, and that goes back to 1871. By the way, how insane is it? The men's game started in 1871, and the women's game 1982 was the first international. Always blows my mind, even though I've been talking about it for years. But yeah, this title is there, and it adds this like fresh on of excitement to everything that goes on in the game, because all of a sudden you know there's something on the line within that game that you're on. But it's not just about that game, it's about the other teams that are going to play you. Because, you know, the future teams are looking at it going, well, I want them to keep it because I want to challenge for the title. Or there's teams who are looking at the person who's challenging you for it, going, I want them to take it because they'll bring it to us. Now, a bit different in Rugby World Cup because generally there's a big prize on the line that you're all trying to get to. And the Rugby World Cup is the pinnacle. It's the top, right? This is complementary to that. It's in no way competing. What I do always quite like is that you get this kind of undisputed champion vibe once they've got both. And then it's a matter of how long you can stay that way, right? So, like, I think the Black Ferns, I think it was 5 matches they managed after the last one. They had a 5-match run before giving it up, I think it was to France. And so that's the fun of it. Now, if you have questions, please do ask them, because actually they help me. Cheers!